Hey everybody, hope all is well. So before we start the video, if you have any like teenage daughters, especially real young, let's get those little princesses, get the princes, uh, children, sons. If they're minors, I hope they're not in the room. If they're in the vehicle, you're in the car listening, let's listen to this later, okay? Because no strong language, but I just don't want the babies to hear this, okay? So I did a video, the video I did on about the mother allowing her daughter to be abused. I then looked at some of the comments and I did a video on the other channel about those comments. I posted one yesterday. Um, let's see, I put on there, oh yeah, ATC about those comments. Ladies, jealous moms and abusing dads. Hashtag let them go. Hashtag abandon them like they did you. And I mean exactly that. So I'm gonna count to three real slow, and then let's make sure that the children, no minor kids are around. Again, if you're in your car, maybe listen to it later. 1, 2, 3. Let's get to it. A person I helped out, and I'm like, hey, things happen. I understand, down on your luck. Let's try to get something going. Let's get some income going. And guess what? Maybe try more than one stream of revenue. It takes dedication, but you can't sit and wait. You're a single mama, got a baby daddy, not employed. It's time to get to getting. And if I can help, I will. And I did. So got her set up in a job. And one day she worked for me, of course. And I got her set up also on a side hustle, which she made some money, but it wasn't her thing. And plus, when you don't have a car, you can't, get a small business, go over here and get stuff and go back over there. It's very challenging. And I get it. I get it. So, and I'm a down to earth person. We're friendly people. So out of the blue, she says to me, hey, I want to talk to you about something. And we're in the office, and I said, oh, yeah, just hold on a little sec. Let me kind of get this going. And I was busy. And before you know it, time went by. Then later on, she mentioned it again. And then I saw that she was kind of serious and deep thought. And I said, okay, what's going on? And I'm thinking maybe it's about work or something, or maybe what she wants to do. And as a woman, if you can get a little hustle going, hey, I'm with you. Let's see what I can do to help you out. You know what I'm saying? So, she says to me, and I'm not going to say verbatim. She said, what do you think about about a mother who does this? She said to me, her mother called her, knowing the girl wasn't working. Her mother called her and said, so-and-so, I'm going to say Jane Doe. Jane Doe, it's 3 men down here, and they want some. And the letter that starts with like Penelope, she used that word. Her mother said to her, it's 3 men down here. And she said they were like down around the corner or something down the block from where the mother was. And they want some Mr. Penelope, Miss Penelope. Come on down here. I was shocked. I need some money. And she wanted to know what I thought about a woman who would say that. And I know it's her mother, so I didn't want to say I think she's trash and not worthy of breathing. I said, obviously, sick, and any daughter that has to deal with that person is being abused and don't know it. which I knew it was her, by the way, because who would ask that? I mean, I just insisted it was her. So I'm like, any mother that does that, they're abusing their daughter. Sick mind. If anything, someone coming to me with that, I would have let them know. I would maybe call the police, or you're gonna get some choice words out of me. I don't know what you think this is. That would blow my top. You getting ready to get it, and I can't say what on this video. Oh no, I will call the police. Yes, they're down here soliciting. Right here. Oh yeah. And she told me she went. She went. Because her mother needed some money. $3 million, you don't? I just can't imagine. Pimping out your own daughter. In that video, our growing up was kind of sheltered and things like that didn't happen. It was middle class family. We were not wealthy, no. We're comfortable. My dad was poor growing up. So in the summer times we had vacations, and we had summers in California, uh, at the beach in Malibu, visiting Malibu, Wilshire Boulevard. Yeah, a little shopping in Beverly Hills. That was a treat, okay, because again, we weren't wealthy, but that was a treat. It was like, your mom and her sisters always shopped at Neiman, but you're like, it's Neiman Marcus in Beverly Hills. Oh my God, hey, you just kept it cool, but yeah. So I would say fortunate. We did not go without. My dad provided for us. And so some things you're privy to, you hear about a little stuff, but it's like, it doesn't, things happen, but it's not in your world. All my friends growing up had a mom and dad in the home. Only one was divorced and she was a single mother, but guess what? Her mom was a career woman. The girl had everything all the time. Everything all the time. Okay. So these things happen, but it's like in your world, it doesn't happen a lot. It's like, oh, maybe one person you've heard about. Okay. And then you start to you hear things like, oh, this happens a lot in the community. And you realize it is happening a hell of a lot, even at a later age, because that's not, you may hear about it once in a blue moon. So the girl went. And the whole day, just like, you got to be kidding me. She went. And I could tell it bothered her. Black women being pimped out by the mothers, we're not done. I wish Black women would stop having children at all by these low performing, non-marriage oriented men. They're not worth it. You are setting yourself up to be a bitter mammy. You are putting yourself into a trap of poverty. You are putting yourself in a position to have your life blanked up. They're not worth it. The mama's raising some of these kids ain't worth CHIT. They're not. That woman, oh my goodness, if I just can't. So then that conversation is done. Okay. I think we're like maybe, I don't know if it was like maybe weeks later or a few days later. I really can't recall. And she said to me, never forget, oh, I'm so thankful for this job. Yeah, no, yeah. This is maybe I have to guess maybe 2 weeks. It was a long, long time, but maybe like between a couple of days and let's say 2 weeks later, because she had gotten paid. And she said, I'm so thankful for this job. Now, she was a single mother and she had a boyfriend and he didn't work for whatever reason. She said, she's thankful for the job. And she's like, I really needed this paycheck. You have no idea. This saved the day. Me and my boyfriend, we were sitting in the apartment. We didn't have any food. He said, and then she said to me that her boyfriend put an ad on Craigslist and puked that girl out. Whew. He put an ad on Craigslist for a date. I'm sorry. It's just horrible. He put an ad on for a date, and they met some dude at some motel. And of course, she, did what whatever occurred. I'm sorry. And then she said, I was like, what? She goes, oh yeah. So I'm glad this job came through. And I was like, oh my God, this girl has been selling her body. Oh my God. And she's a mom. And she says, she explained to me as if we're talking about a stock, as if we're talking about Tesla or the weather or an outfit or a store, like it was nothing. She said, when the act was completed, I'm like, where's your boyfriend? I said, he put you out. She goes, oh, he's there for protection. She said to me, he was in the room sitting in the chair when this was going on. Then the man gets up and he tried to pretend like, he had his keys, but like he was looking for something else. And he got his wallet. So the man got up, got dressed, put his shoes on. And he's like, the keys and the wallet was right there, but he was trying to pretend like, like he lost something, like, hey, I'm missing something. And it's like, your keys and wallet right there. I guess you need to, hate to say it, but pay for services rendered. And in doing so, guess what happened? The guy tried to pretend that he was looking for something. Then you know what he said? She said the guy did. She said the guy got up and then ran out the door. Ran out of the door. And she said she and her boyfriend, she said she and her boyfriend, they got up and she said they literally chased the man down the street. And then she said because they needed that $80. $80. $80. They caught up with the guy, she said, and she said the boyfriend laid some punches on him, and she did too. He tried to run away without paying. They chased him down the street and beat him, and they got the $80 out of his wallet. I cannot imagine. Cannot imagine. And I guess seeing that video made me think about it, and I was like, the damage in the community is just unforgivable. This cannot be the norm for Black women, but it just made me think there's a hard life. You're being pimped by your mom, your mother, and pimped by your lover. And she's talking as if I'm saying, okay, are we going to the beach? Let's go. Hey, let's stop at Bradley's Saloon and have lunch first. I am so hungry. And then we can go to the beach on the island. But I want to stop by Bradley's Saloon. It's right down Flagler. We can have lunch there, cross the bridge, go to the beach, relax and chill. That's how she's talking, like it's nothing. And that's when I knew she was damaged. That's when I knew. I said, wow, she's talking. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. And that's why, and then I thought about it. Black women go through so much, job, race, and discrimination and all that we have to deal with, and then disrespect in the community, and then you're being used. There's no protection, no respect, no protection. And then after doing all of that, everybody want to run their old slick behind mouth. You need to shut the hell up. Want to run their old slick ass mouth. After all of that, you're supposed to then turn around and see about everybody. Screw them, the hell with them. If you had that kind of mother, let me tell you something. I wouldn't give that witch of a failed mother a darn thing. You don't know her. You don't owe her anything but a goodbye. And I thought about it. It's like they're being set up for failure. A recipe for disaster. And this girl's talking like it's nothing. When it really hits her about your life, what are you going to do? Because right now you want a hamster wheel that's trying to make it and get that job. You're on a hamster wheel. I'm convinced nobody has it harder in the universe than Black women. And sure, it's not everybody's life. Of course, it's not my life. But when you add up, you are connected to collectively a conquered group. The men are conquered. And when they build with everybody but you, each time you get with one, in most cases, 9 times out of 10, the average one, your life goes down because they're down. And then you wonder why you cannot come up. And you have to be a fool to keep on carrying the seed of poverty D. But can't nobody tell you nothing. For the young women, you think you know everything. The teenagers, you don't know jack. You better, if you got a mama that's got some sense or auntie, your behind better listen up and listen up quick. You think you know, you don't. Heck, I don't know everything. The worst thing you can do as a Black woman is to get pregnant early. Is to carry the seed of poverty D. You're doomed. You might as well go ahead and just sign your certification of doomness. Your life is doomed in most cases. There are some women who can do it and pull themselves up. One had 4 kids. The man died, went to law school. You may not be that woman. There may be different circumstances. But I thought about it. So imagine the ones that are abused by families, by fathers, by the family friends, by uncles and older brothers and cousins. So imagine that. And then you wonder why they get into these dysfunctional relationships and still stay. Some of us can't understand. It's like, why are you there? Leave. That dysfunction is the norm. Dysfunction is what raised them. Dysfunction is what groomed them. And then they're going to sit up and blame you. They made you this way. You are a product of your environment. The anger and the bitterness, you think? Like I said before, growing up, my dad, he would always listen to financial news. The Nasdaq National Average. I remember some station they had back in the day, KRLD. And it's like, the financial news today. And here I am, decades later. Every morning I get up 5 days a week. Squat box. If I miss something, I may record it. Trade options. That's just what I do. It's Squawk Box. Monday through Friday. Squawk Box. Just what it is. 6 o'clock in the morning, it's on. The TV is on. Squawk Box. That's, I'm kind of like my dad. Financially savvy. So when you see these Black women that are abused, and I even have to watch myself, I get mad at the mammies, yeah. That's how they were raised. The recipe for the damage, they want to holler damaged goods. Well, who the hell put the recipe out the BC? And these men want to always run. Why don't you go build something? Why don't you go do something like that? Build a recipe where you don't get shot by the cops while your hands is up. Build a recipe where you don't have a felony. Build a recipe where the children that you put here aren't running the streets just causing problems day in, day out. 10 years old, trying to break into cars, snatching purses, kill someone, another Black man you disagree with, or maybe has a better life than you, and then that jealous sus bucket sees that Black man and gets mad and wants to just shoot him dead. How about you go do that? Sounds like to me you got a hell of a lot of work to do instead of running your mouth. The women you create or deal with are damaged. How about you go work on that plan, sir? For the mammies, I'm sick of you. You've been abused. I'm sorry it happened to you, but how dare you put that on your daughter? And if you can't have kids, what the hell what if you can't afford kids, you're not mentally prepared, then what the hell you're breeding them for? You already know what your kind of man bring you. Dust bucket bad news. And that's what we're breeding. Damaged. So I stand by what I said. I don't give a darn about. I'm not finna holler for these old dust bucket black men. Oh, do a march. Well, march your behind on. Good luck. I'm gonna rest my femininity because guess what? That's what a lot of these men are doing. They got you out there like a foolish black woman. I'm gonna march. No justice. We want justice. Girl, sit your behind down. Let the men do something. Justice. Would you do it for black women? Would you? A healing has to take place, and we cannot keep going the way that we're going. We just can't. We can't. Black women being pimped. This lady here, pimped by your mother and pimped by your lover. And then it's all on you. Then when he's in the same thing, as I said in the video, then when these old fools get old, they haven't made any kind of plans. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Here comes the black woman. She got to take care of mother. What kind of mother was she? Is she worthy of being? Now, she's a good mom. Yo, good luck to you. Wish you well. But if you have a parent that allowed you to be abused or a parent that looked the other way, I'm going to tell you today, you owe them nothing, darling. If I would just, you might have seen to get away, stay away. Doesn't mean you don't love them, but from a distance. That's why some of you are, I'm going to say us, meaning women in general. That's why some are screwed up right now. The parenting, what they exposed you to, how they treated you. And everybody, some people can have a mind and say, I'm going to walk away and do my life and do better for me. Not everybody's that strong. We're all wired differently. And then you're supposed to sit up here and their retirement come and what they're going to do. You're supposed to sit up here, black woman, and fund the very same people that hurt. The very same people that damaged you. You're supposed to sit up here and take care of them. Is that right? Sit up here, help them in their retirement, the doctor's appointment. Oh, she got the diabetes, her leg looking funny. Call your son. Call your son. Call him in that you protected. Oh, she wants this. Well, she needs to go get it. You owe your mother and parents if they're good parents and dads. You owe, I would say, love and respect. You don't owe them jack from your paycheck unless you just want to do that. Black women. And you think about it. You think she's the only one? You think, remember that girl in Love and Hip Hop, Jocelyn? She said her mother would tell her to go out there and get her some money. Remember Jocelyn on Love and Hip Hop? Her mom would go out there and get her some money. She was a teenager. And as I understand, the chick was tricking. The workhorse of America, the black woman. If this has happened to anybody, my heart goes out to you. I really do. Black women, you deserve better. This on this screen, it needs to end. You deserve better. If you don't have children, good for you. But this is sad. The same women used as a workhorse being treated like trash, subject to this on this screen, subject to this word, putting you on the block. I just can't imagine. Today has to be a new day. Tell your daughters and your sons how much you love them. We got to do what's best. Maybe what happened to you, of course, was a lot of wrong, and I am so sorry. But we have to change things. This can't be the norm. And you wonder why they stay with these abusive men? That's all they know. That's all I can think of. To me, it's crazy. That's all they know. So black women, in case someone told you today, I love you. Over here, we love you. Oh, yeah. We have to be strong for each other. But this is just the dysfunction has to stop. It's not acceptable. It's not okay. And if anybody else hasn't told you, I respect you. We can agree to disagree. It's okay. You don't even have to love me. But guess what? I love you, girls, ladies and gentlemen. I do. All the positive people love you. Wish you nothing but the best. But I wanted to share this with you because of that video, and that explains it. Don't feel if people have treated you badly. Um, Everybody's different in their religious belief. Oh, well, the Bible also said He wouldn't have you ignorant, and you have to be ignorant to be sitting up here with your oppressor. They done made your mind all crazy, and you sitting up here supporting them. I'm just saying. So I want to pull a church scripture on you. Turn the other cheek. Yep, I'm gonna turn my other cheek and keep on moving down the street. Boop, away from you. How about that? Some people are toxic in your life. And they just got this. It's just not worth it. So yeah, this black woman, I'm like, wow, in the future, this is gonna probably have an effect on her. Maybe it is now. She might just snap. You start to think about these things. So let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching this video. Black women being pimped by their mothers and lovers. And I'm out.